What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and welcome to the 250K special. You guys, yes, you guys helped us reach 250,000, and it's a really big deal to me because it's 250,000 subscribers. I remember as a kid always wanting to be one of those big Nintendo YouTubers and talk about the things that I love so much with you guys. And the fact that I actually have a whole community now of people that love Nintendo like me, and I'm able to, talk with you guys and make videos about things. It's an awesome experience. But we've done this before at 100K, where I kind of introduced myself, and this isn't the first face reveal. If you watch my live streams, I've done this before. But today I'm going to make it a little different, make it a little, give you some more information about who I am actually. And you guys actually left tons of questions for me that I asked for literally at like the beginning of this year. So it's been a while, and some of you probably don't remember leaving the question, but I have them. I saved them. Literally like 30, 40 different questions. So I'm gonna go through them, answer them, but before I dive into those, let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Landon, and I grew up in Ohio. There's no jokes about that. I'm literally in Ohio. But yes, as much of the memes there are about this state, it's been good to me for the most part. Right now, I just moved in to a new place, so in the background, there's tons of stuff. Yes, my golf clubs for one. I like to golf. I'm a golfer. I've been golfing since I was little. Baseball, basketball, I played them all, but golf, you got the golf clubs. You gotta have the golf clubs. But anyways, I just got married to the love of my life, Cassidy, and we've been married for just about 4 months now. So yes, everything has been new, and I've been trying to move everything around and get everything all set up. So this room around me will look a lot better eventually in a different place. This place sucks. I just want to kind of give you guys the general basis as to who I am. I'm just a Nintendo fan like you guys. I'm just someone who loved Nintendo as a kid, and growing up I watched YouTubers like Game Explain and just watching IGN videos and stuff, and just growing up in that space and wanting to always become a Nintendo YouTuber. I just didn't know how, and honestly, I just kind of played around with some things, made some videos, and look where we are now. It's absolutely insane. But I'm not going to dive into like the whole origins of Nintendo Land, because that's not necessarily the point of this video. It's just to answer your questions. But let's dive into those. First question we have is from the one dude that states, how are you able to produce so many videos? Often, I don't have to read news on, for example, when the next Direct comes out, because you're always there when a new major info rumor leak comes out. Mad respect. Well, I'm actually able to do this as my full-time job right now. I went to college at the Ohio State University. Yep, representing them Buckeyes. But at the same time, I didn't know really what I wanted to do. I know a lot of YouTubers say that. It's like cliche by now, but like generally I had no clue what I wanted to do. I had some ideas like being within the marketing field. I liked editing. I was going to do maybe even some video editing for some other companies. And I had actual opportunities to do so, but I realized that lots of those opportunities would take completely away from doing YouTube, and I would have to put YouTube aside and probably only do like one video every other month or so. It's not what I wanted to do. I realized it just wasn't, what I cared about, so I decided to, start posting more and make YouTube my full-time job and see how it would go. So I took a year just to test it out, and I did pretty much a video every single day, Monday through Friday, and just really spent time making some high-quality videos, update videos, everything that I can possibly think of, and it absolutely blew up. And it became very evident that this is going to be something that I could actually do as my job, which is how I'm able to do this. So I pretty much just wake up every single morning, come up with some ideas the night before, and just kind of have a script ready to go, work out some ideas, and then boom, you guys have a video. So yeah, thankfully, God has blessed me so much to be able to do this as my full-time job. It's how I'm able to get out videos so often for you guys. Which leads me to my next question that comes from Maze Michael that states, if you went to /are in college, how was your experience overall? I'm currently a freshman in my second semester, and though my family hyped it up to be the best 4 years of my life, it doesn't seem to be living up to that title for me yet, or at least things are kind of rough right now. So yes, I definitely have went through the good and bad of college, and I actually graduated in 2021, and that was probably some of the bad, because I graduated right at the tail end of COVID, which was still a thing, so I wasn't even able to have a proper graduation. It was like, here's your diploma, sit down in these seats, and it was pouring and raining. It was pretty bad. But overall, college was pretty good. I mean, some really good things happened. I got to really get closer with some of my friends that I grew up with because lots of us, pretty much all of us, went to Ohio State. So we were all able to hang out. You know, we went to the Smash Bros event. They came to Ohio State's campus on game day. I think with the Ohio State versus Michigan game, they actually brought that big truck, and we actually played Smash Ultimate for the first time, and it was like one of the most amazing days ever because I was able to do that with people that I love and people that I play Smash Bros with since I was kids. My boys, Eli, Kevin, Malik, Drake, Eric, all y'all.
No, I didn't forget about you, Chat Mod Cammy.
I want to tell you something very interesting. I went to a community college at first with Columbus State, and in that community college, we actually had a game room, and one of the things that we did was play Smash Bros. And someone would always bring a Smash Bros setup, and it smelled horrible in there. I'm sorry. If you ever been to a Smash tournament, you'd also know what I'm talking about. It smelled like Cheetos and dust. But we had a lot of fun. There was like a little tournament, and I ended up winning it and getting like a little gift card. It was like a little library card or something, you know, just to say that I won, and I got to go to like the bookstore and get like a $10 book or something. It was whack. College was fun. It was stressful. I commuted, so I drove to campus. I never really lived on campus, but it was fun for the most part. Definitely stressful, but I think with my friends being there and being able to play Smash Bros with them almost every single day, it was good. It wasn't the greatest thing of all time. It's cool overall, but it was definitely good. This next one comes from Ben Cartoons that states, "Congratulations, man. My question is, what was the video you had the most fun making?" This is a tough one. I have fun making all my videos because it's something that I love to do. It's my passion, but my favorite would probably be my Mario and Luigi video. I just had this kind of inspiration. I forgot from who it was. Someone was posting Mario and Luigi videos at the time, and I think it was like RJ or RG or something like that, but they posted these videos, and I was like, I really want to do that with Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and making that video was so much fun. Just kind of having two controllers with me to like control them both and like to reenact the scene was really cool, and it actually came out so much better than I thought it would, and everybody loved it. Like, it blew up, and it's one of my biggest videos on the channel right now. It was one of the best to make. For the other favorite, probably would have to be my What If series that I started. Now, I've only made like 2 videos in that series because it takes a very long time, and I don't know if I'm going back to it quite yet. I know a lot of people wanted to see it. It was really fun to make a what if, kind of a what if event for a Mario game, for Mario Odyssey, where like, what if Cappy was evil and didn't help Mario but helped Bowser, and like, how would that change the story and stuff? So I got that inspiration obviously from Marvel's What If, so it was really cool to kind of play around with that idea. And yeah, but you know, I know a lot of people want to see that video again. It could happen, I don't know, but those are probably my favorites. Next one comes from Acre95 that states, "Are you planning to do more tournaments like your first Mario Kart tournament that you did last year?" If you guys didn't know, I used to live stream a lot and have like little tournaments. Not right now. I don't plan on doing a lot of live streaming right now. It's hard, especially, you know, just being married and trying to spend time with my wife and also trying to get stuff done. It's a very busy schedule, especially posting every single day. Probably will not be live streaming as much. I definitely will let you know if something changes with that. Next one comes from Casey3_9666. "Well done on 200K. Once again, this was supposed to be for 200K, but we pushed it back. But my question is, what first got you into Nintendo, or what game got you wanting more?" That is a great question. My very first Nintendo game that I can actually think back to and remember, I will never remember the exact first one, but the one that really got me into Nintendo was between Mario Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion. I remember my mom thought Luigi's Mansion was too deep and dark for me at the time. You know, I come from a Christian household, and obviously that game was very creepy for a kid. And my mom was just like, you can rent the game at Blockbuster, but then you have to return it. So I'll hurry up and try to run through it. I was at the very end. The game had to go back like the next day. My dad woke me up in the middle of the night at like 2 in the morning and said, "Hey, you want to finish Luigi's Mansion?" So my dad, he's the biggest reason why Nintendo Land happened, because he got me on these games. So we played Luigi's Mansion at like 2 in the morning and beat Bowser and King Boo, and it was awesome. But Mario Sunshine, for sure, was the game that will always resonate with me when I think back of my childhood. It was the hardest game for me back then, but I was able to beat it, and it was seriously just something that I will always love and cherish. Mario Sunshine was that game. But what is the game that got me into Nintendo itself? Nintendo Land. No, like seriously, it was actually Nintendo Land. I brought Nintendo Land for the Wii U because at the time, no joke, I was only playing like Mario and Kirby games. And like Sonic. That wasn't even Nintendo. So like I wasn't really deep into Nintendo. And after playing that you know, after playing Nintendo Land, I really started to enjoy it. I was like, man, Pikmin is actually kind of fun. If the game is like this would be awesome. Oh, shoot, this battle adventure thing with Zelda is awesome. Maybe I should look into Zelda games. Oh, this stuff is amazing. Like, I started to really, like, dive into each individual thing. Like, oh, is Metroid actually this fun? And then I just went on a complete chaotic burst where I just started buying Pikmin, Zelda, Metroid, all these different games, Star Fox, and just playing them all together. And yes, most people would probably say Smash Brothers helped them. Nintendo Land definitely helped me. Hence the, you know, name of the channel. Also the fact that, you know, my name is Landon, so I try to throw in like Nintendo Land. It made sense to me at the time, and then it just stuck. Next one comes from Jor Lags that states, if YouTube did not exist, what job would you like to have then? This one is a very good question. Like I said, I went to college for marketing. I think at first I originally started off at architecture, wasn't my thing, and then I went into marketing because I wanted to do something still along the lines of video editing and like advertisement. So I was kind of in the marketing field, wanted to go more video advertising, and I actually had a couple opportunities to do video advertising. I just didn't take that path. You know, at the end of the day, I was like, I don't want to really work for somebody and make videos for them. I kind of want to make the videos that I want to make. But yeah, I probably would see myself being some type of, you know, marketer, digital marketing probably. Maybe even making videos for some type of company, advertisement, something along those lines. Zifro states, what are your top 5 favorite Mario games and favorite Zelda games? Give me a second. Not in any like particular order. Kind of. Well, my favorite Mario game is definitely Sunshine, followed up by probably Odyssey, but then my other 3 favorite Mario games are definitely Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, Bowser's Inside Story, / Partners in Time. Those Mario and Luigi games, they're very close. I can't really pick one just because I love Partners in Time more than probably anybody out there. But Mario 3D World was probably up there as well as within the top 5. But for Zelda, my favorite is Skyward Sword. It's one of the very first ones I've ever owned on home console because a lot of the older ones I've already played on like my Android at the time through an emulator. But Skyward Sword was my first home console Zelda game, believe it or not. And this is my favorite, hands down. Breath of the Wild at number 2. Link's Awakening at number 3. I love Link's Awakening. It was one of those I played on the emulator on my phone. Ocarina of Time was great, and Link Between Worlds was also really, really good. But Twilight Princess might actually climb that ladder. I actually haven't played Twilight Princess since it came back out on the Wii U, and I always thought it was just like too dark for me. I was good on it, but then I was like, this game is, I see why people like this game. It's legit. I can't wait to play it again. I'm waiting for it to come out on Switch. That's what I'm waiting for. But if not, I'm just gonna have to pull the Wii U back out.
Future Landon here because I never did give a final verdict, but the 2 I would actually have to squeeze in for both of them would be Link Between Worlds and honestly Minish Cap. I love both of those games dearly.
Okay, so I'm going very slow. Let me speed this up a little bit. From Michael Taylor states, if you could bring back one dormant Nintendo franchise, what would it be? Does Mario and Luigi count since, you know, Alpha Dream's gone? It'd be them. Anybody else? I don't really know. Maybe Earthbound, because I would like to give it a try in more of a modern setting. Bring back Star Fox in a good way, and I guess maybe even Punch-Out. Bring Punch-Out back. What the heck is going on with Punch-Out? I changed my name. I know I'm going through all of them. I'm sorry, Michael, but Ice Climbers. And let me tell you how. Just a giant kind of 3D huge mountain that you climb up, and it's just like segmented levels until you get to the top, or just like one giant world climbing to the top of the mountain with the ice climbers, fighting the polar bears and the condors. Come on, that'd be fun. Just like a big 3D adventure game climbing to the top of the mountain, platforming, doing challenges. That could be really cool. Crispy Pops, do you think a Luigi's Mansion spin-off movie in the future would be a good idea? I would personally love to see it. Yes, of course. It just makes sense. I love Luigi's Mansion. Like I said, it's one of those first games I've ever played for my Nintendo, you know, nostalgia. You know, that and Sunshine. So, of course, I would love to see Luigi's Mansion. I think it would work perfectly. Grookey for Smash states, if you could port any past Nintendo game to Switch, what would it be and why? 100% Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
So this was actually recorded like days before that Nintendo Direct, and obviously this happened.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! No! Gosh. I can die happy. I can die happy.
This was no joke, like my answer for my whole life. And like I even went on and explained how this better happen. So I'll just show you what I said.
I feel like it's one of the last few ones that Nintendo has not done. It has to happen. Like if it doesn't, Nintendo just completely missed the ball with that one. That needs to happen. I think it's going to reinvent Paper Mario if they do that too. Put it back on track. It is very, very necessary. Oh my gosh!
So as of today, looking over this footage, I don't really need nothing else in life after that announcement. So if I had to pick one, it would probably be Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS, just because it's like the last massive game that I enjoyed in the last decade. So I guess that's it.
Nerd Harbor stated, what is your intro song from and who made it? My intro song is the Nintendo Land theme song. I feel like not too many people know about Nintendo Land because it was on the dark ages called the Wii U. But it's a great game. It's an awesome game. Please give it a try. Which is a hint that a upcoming video might have something to do with it. But at the same time, yes, it's from Nintendo Land. It was actually remade from Paulygon on YouTube. Go check them out. Awesome remake. It definitely is the channel theme through and through. Alex Ostler states, what's your favorite Mario game and what is your favorite non-Nintendo game? So Mario, once again, Super Mario Sunshine. But my non-Nintendo game, that one is very tough. I have a huge love for Shadow of the Colossus. It has Zelda vibes to it with these giant bosses and climbing up them. I fell in love completely with that game. But also, It Takes Two, to me, is one of the best games we've gotten in years. I'm sorry. It is. It is a co-op masterpiece. Please play it if you haven't. It definitely deserved Game of the Year whenever it got it a couple of years ago. But definitely worth it. But right now I'm playing the Jedi Survivor, which after just playing Fallen Order, really love those games as well. So
now I do want to add 2 more to the list. These are like classics for me. Some of my favorite games of all time. Pac-Man World 2, I'm sorry, if you've ever played this game, you know. Like, this game is just 3D platforming perfection. Okay, it's not perfect. The camera's a little wonky. It was back in the day. That's how cameras were with old 3D games, but this game was everything to me. And I know they just remade Repack, which was the first Pac-Man World game, so if they remake the second one, I literally can officially die in heaven. And then, of course, I gotta hit you with one of those weird retro games that probably I only played, but please tell me someone out there has had to play RC Revenge or RC Revenge Pro, PS1 and PS2 era. Oh my goodness, this racing game was my Mario Kart back then. It was like one of the first games I've ever played in my life, and it is just so much fun. You're pretty much just an RC car driving around in all these realistic worlds and even fantasy lands like a haunted house, a space station. It was so good. Real quick, I know this wasn't really part of the question, but my wife's favorite game is Frogger and the Great Quest, which is also a PS2 game, and it's interesting to say the least. I can't say it's great, but yeah, we've been playing that a lot because it's her favorite.
Salamander Gaming Network states, congrats, man. Question, what do you use to edit and how do you edit? Plus, I need some ideas for content to get me more views. Do you think Nintendo ideas/theories could be a good for a gaming channel? Okay, so first off, I use Final Cut Pro. Everything that I do is actually from Mac and the Apple side of things, which is very hard because lots of software and stuff does not work with Apple because Apple gets no respect for anything, so I can't really do some of the things that other people are able to do. So I have to find workarounds. But Final Cut Pro is what I use for editing. I use Affinity Photo for thumbnail editing, and everything else is just kind of gameplay that I've stored in a hard drive or external storage over the years, and I use my Elgato to capture all of that gameplay. In terms of getting views and Nintendo ideas and theories, just stay relevant, honestly. That's what I tell people all the time. Just what is happening, what is coming out. Do stuff, do videos, do unique things on those games, and people will catch, you'll catch their eye, and they'll see you, for sure. Especially since this time is probably the best time to start a channel right now for Nintendo, as we're gearing up for the next console. Definitely just start covering new games and stuff that's being announced for the next console. And, whenever we get a new trailer for a new game like Mario Wonder or something, just do some unique videos on it. Whether you cover it, whether you talk about it, whether you just, make some funny content on it. People will watch. It will take a very long time, but eventually you will get a fan base. Whether it's super small at first, because I started off extremely small, and it took me a while to get the ball rolling. Just stay adamant. Stay true to yourself. You'll get it done. Wiggler Maker 2 plus Rabbit Mario states, which is better, Paper Mario 64 or The Thousand Year Door? Without a question, with no hesitation, it is The Thousand Year Door. It is the game that I will always cherish to me as the best Paper Mario game, the best RPG game. Nintendo needs to make that happen again on Switch, and then I think I'm a happy camper.
Past Nintendo Land, you will be a happy camper.
CPuff Animation states, what is your most played Nintendo Switch game and how many hours have you played it? It's definitely between Smash Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 because it's the games that I play with my friends almost every other night. We get online and we play Smash Bros against each other. We actually even started a little thing in Mario Kart where we actually have cups where we'll do 6 races, and whoever wins that cup gets I think a crown or a star. I forgot what we did. I think a crown is what we get. And if you get 10 crowns, you win that season and you get a star. So yeah, I have like 4 seasons right now, like 4 stars under my belt. I know they're gonna be mad that I'm saying this, but yeah, they're coming after me. They're trying to take me down. They ain't gonna take me down. Playing Mario Kart every week and Smash Brothers every week, it definitely holds the most hours on my Switch. How many? Probably over 1,000. I don't really know the number, but it's a lot. We've been playing since those games came out. Sam Fitton wants to know, what is my favorite piece of music from the Mario franchise? That is a very, very tough one. So I can give you some of my favorites, maybe, because I can't pick one. Now, as far as my favorite video game soundtrack, it's definitely Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but we're sticking with Mario. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. But Mario, it's hard to say. I'd say Mario 3D World probably had the most catchy music for me. Mario Galaxy, of course, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, just great orchestral soundtracks, but it's a tough one. I loved, for the longest time, Bowie-based Galaxy's theme. I thought it was one of the greatest Nintendo themes ever made. So that's probably one of my first biggest loves for Mario music. But then I would say Chain Link Charge from Mario 3D World was also one that just I loved so much. And I put it on replay like a million times when the game first dropped. And then I would say probably for Mario Odyssey, Fossil Falls is just so good. The Cascade Kingdoms theme, I will never forget. Like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Seeing Mario jump out of that manhole cover and listening to that theme the first time, amazing, phenomenal even. And I also wanted to include the Paper Mario games in Mario and Luigi, but mostly Paper Mario. Literally the entire series has phenomenal music. Even the modern games that a lot of people don't like, Sticker Star even has really good music. The snow theme from Sticker Star, perfect. But yeah, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Rogueport, Petal Meadows, just pretty much the entirety of Paper Mario. The Barely Funny Guy actually asked the real question here. What is your favorite kind of chip? Honestly, I have no clue. I'd say probably like a mesquite barbecue that's like a kettle cooked chip. I love kettle cooked chips. Like, it's so hard, you scrape your mouth with them. It's just like the good pain, like you cry, but in a good way. Ruffles also the barbecue. It's like the smokehouse barbecue from Ruffles. It's pretty good. Connor actually asked, have I ever watched the Kirby anime, Kirby Right Back at You, and what do I think of it? Yes, I've watched about half of the entire, length of the shows, and then I stopped for some reason. This was a long time ago. I actually really like it. I think the voice of King Dedede is perfect. I think I enjoy all the characters like Escargoon and all the Cappies being like citizens and stuff. I really like it. It's faithful to the games in a lot of ways, and Nightmare being the main enemy again. I never got to finish the whole thing. I really want to. I really need to get back into trying that again, but I'm actually a really big fan. I love like the 4Kids shows, like the Sonic show that was on as well, Sonic X. Loved that show so much as a kid. I also really loved the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I watched all of them all the time when I would stay home from school sick, and also the Sonic the Hedgehog show. It wasn't the very first cartoon with, I think, Jaleel White, which was like Steve Urkel. This one was a different one that introduced like Sally Acorns, Antoine and stuff, the Freedom Fighters. If you guys seen this, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they just re-released it actually on DVD, and I bought it again. I have so many DVDs from the old versions as well. I loved these old cartoons so much. Wolfie wants to know, if I were able to choose something completely different to focus on with YouTube instead of what I'm doing now, what would it be and what would I choose? There'd be a lot of things. I feel like I've always wanted to do kind of like a blog, start a family, do like a blog with each other. That's something that I've really thought about. As far as anything else, probably maybe golf. I play golf so much, and I would love to do like a fun golf thing with like friends and kind of just make like a golf group and go around playing really fun, really nice golf courses together. I do play a lot of other games, but I wouldn't really want to make content on them with my PlayStation and Xbox. I just kind of like to enjoy those games in my free time. If I were to actually focus on a primary game, it would definitely be Fortnite. I mean, I was probably one of the few people to play it as soon as it dropped. Back in the day, Season 0 and Chapter 1, and me and my friend played so much. We honestly could have probably been big Fortnite creators. We were already making theories and stuff about what the map was going to be the next season and the next chapter. So that's something that I really wish I maybe would have leaned into and, got into a lot. I'd be making theories and stuff with that. I still play Fortnite today, still always excited for the new seasons and the new chapters, of course. It looks like we were getting one in the next couple of months too, which is super cool. So yeah, I still really love this game. I know a lot of Nintendo fans just hate it for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a really fun, ever-growing game that continues to change all the time, and I still have a blast with it. So yeah, I would have loved to actually make content for this game. Miguel Arias states, are you picking dark chocolate, milk chocolate, or white chocolate? Personally, I'm going with white chocolate. Same, buddy. I'm a white chocolate fanatic. The white chocolate Reese cups cannot be beat, ever. Dark chocolate just isn't good. I'm going to get fight for this. Now, I changed my mind. There are some, I forgot what they're called, They're like little square mints. It's the Ghirardelli mints. These things are amazing. That's the only dark chocolate I'll really go near. Javier Caceres? I'm sorry. Please don't kill me for butchering that name. Javier Caceres, I think. What does being a YouTuber mean to you? It means a lot to me because I actually have people that look up to me, and it's my job to, because I'm very family friendly. I don't want to do things or say things that would make people turn their eye at me. I hate drama. I hate being like the one that people are like just destroying on Twitter for being like, oh, this man, he should not be a YouTuber and all this stuff. I hate that because I don't want to ever hurt anybody, ever. Like, it hurts my heart, and I'm like somebody that's always in my mind with anxiety that like I'm letting people down, and it sucks. That's why I have to stay off social medias because sometimes Twitter can just obliterate me. But like, it just, I don't want to make people mad. My point is to be on here to entertain, whether it's giving you news, coming up with really wacky video ideas, and just being your fun Nintendo friend. I don't mean to hurt anybody. So like, being a YouTuber just means loving Nintendo with you guys. That's really just my whole purpose here. George states, what makes you love video game music? Because I love video game music too. I can't explain to you. I just love video game music. Like, I generally do. I have a whole SoundCloud like album of 400 songs from Nintendo's franchise and like Sonic games as well, where I just brought all these songs together for when we go on road trips. I can just play it as my wife is sleeping in the seat next to me because it puts her to sleep. She really likes Bramble Blast from Smash, was it Brawl? I love Nintendo music. I can't really explain it. It's just catchy music that doesn't have this world's, new age profanity and everything. So you can just listen to good songs and not have to hear people talk about the most inappropriate things on the internet. So that's probably why. DJ Club Rule states, what do you like to do for fun when you're not recording a video for your channel? By the way, I'm a big fan of your channel. Well, thank you, DJ. I like to golf, like I just stated. I do golf a lot. I used to play the piano a lot as well. I want to get back into that. In fact, if you go all the way to my older videos, you'll see that I used to make piano videos too of certain Nintendo songs and even like Sonic songs as well. But yeah, I just like the game. I like to finally, when I get free time, just to sit around and play some games that I'm still in a backlog with no matter what console it actually is. I'm about to make people very mad. I love Fortnite right now. I've been loving Fortnite since it came out originally. So I know a lot of people don't like Fortnite, but I can't put that game down. I can't. It's always in the rotation for sure. Anything else I like to do? I like to try new food places out with my wife and hang out with her. Go watch movies. I love movies. I love Marvel. So anything Marvel, anything Star Wars, I am completely on top of, and I'm always watching something along those lines. I'm just a movie guru in general. I love watching any new upcoming movie that's out and stuff. Superhero films, sci-fi films in particular are my favorite. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I also love watching sports a lot. Football, Ohio State football, Ohio State basketball is something that I'm a big fan of. Not really professional teams, but yeah. Angry Goat says, I love your channel. My question is, what is your favorite movie? My favorite movies are definitely between World of Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise. I love that movie so much. I love the Maze Runner series as well a lot. I have both of those, I believe all those on DVD. I love Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is up there. Like, it's the more I watch it, the more it gets up there with Chris Evans. But as far as Marvel, Infinity War is my baby. Like, I've seen that movie more times than a human being should, and I know so much of the dialogue from that movie. It's so much. Captain America Winter Soldier is another one that's really high up there. I love the Star Wars prequels. I'm sorry, I do. I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that. I can't get enough of them. Like, the Clone Wars era is like one of my favorite eras in movie film history, and I watched the entirety of the show as well, and I really wish they would make like more live action movies based along that timeline. Those are probably my favorite movies. Pepe the Best. Do you just sit down and just think about ideas or just think about them during your day-to-day life? No joke, I will sometimes be in the shower, I'll be on the toilet, I'll be anywhere, and I will literally just have ideas for videos. I'll just be using the bathroom one night and be like, that sounds like a really good idea. And I will put it, I have like a notes page full of ideas. I have, no joke, there are probably like 200 different ideas that I had at once on this notes page. And I just kind of like go through and like as time goes on, if it sounds interesting still, I'll eventually start working towards that video. If it sounds like something that's probably not going to do well and people just won't like, I probably just will scrap it, because at the end of the day, there's stuff that I really want to do. I just know that not a lot of people are going to be interested in it. And it sucks, because at the end of the day, this is my job and I am here to provide for you guys and stuff that you guys want to see. And sometimes I do still do a video if I'm really passionate about it, even though I know it's not going to perform well, I still will make that video. But most of the time it is based on just me just going throughout my day-to-day day-to-day life, you know, just waking up after sleeping or something, like, I just got an idea. Or like, hey, that sounds pretty cool. That's normally what I will do. Cheese Man states, congratulations, man. My question is, do you have a modded Switch? I do. Am I good at it? Not at all. But I have figured it out, and I keep messing it up because it keeps updating like firmware, and I don't know how to stay on top of all the atmosphere folders and stuff, so I will like all the time have to just erase everything and try again. But I have tons of Smash Ultimate mods. This is on my first Switch. I ended up buying an OLED because I didn't want to end up bricking it and messing it up. So I have a modded Switch that I did some Mario Kart stuff, some custom tracks. I have tons of skins for Smash Ultimate. I even like downloaded some Mario Odyssey packs because I wanted Mario Odyssey 2 that bad. I even made videos on like those modded packs, but not great at it. I wish I was better. I just don't have the time to sit and download tons of mods anymore. And I just, yeah, it's a lot of work. Wigwam Man states, how do I replicate your success and positive energy as a much smaller Nintendo YouTuber? Well, like I said before, just be relevant and just be creative. That's all it really takes. You might not want to start off by making videos on really older stuff because lots of people are still looking for the new, talking about Mario Wonder and Mario RPG and the next console and stuff. So just stay relevant and just be unique, be yourself, come up with stuff that you haven't seen on the internet so far. If it even means like really pushing yourself to do something that you don't even know if you could do it. Just don't worry about posting as actively as I do right now because, you know, after doing this for so long, I can and am able to do that. But it will tire you out if you do it at the beginning stage for sure. Christian Francis states, what games do you want for 2023? And since this was, you know, for the 200K special a long time ago, let's move forward to 2024. So, I mean, there's not much that we know of right now. I think just like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and the Princess Peach game, and I think the Princess Peach game is going to be good, but it's just going to come and go. That's just how I feel. I hope I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel. But personally, there are rumors that the next console is coming out next holiday with a big 3D Mario game. I'm just hoping that it's just like a huge, mind-blowing Mario game that kind of even pushes the open world boundary and just gives us tons of amazing worlds to go explore at our own leisure and to run around in. That's what I'm looking forward to, honestly. That and whatever is going to happen with Donkey Kong, because apparently the only thing that we can have is Mario versus Donkey Kong. Void says, what Nintendo console is your favorite? It's got to be the Switch just because it's just so freaking amazing. But as far as like, if I'm not counting the Switch, probably the Wii U. I know it's the console that people just didn't buy, and it's just because I felt like I was part of that community, even though it was extremely small. And it was fun. It's, you know, it was when I really started to dive into the other, you know, Nintendo games and the other Nintendo genres. And like Splatoon, for instance, oh my gosh, my Wii U went through probably so many hours of Splatoon. It's insane. Like, I don't have it on me right now to check, but it's up there into unbelievable amounts. Like, I pushed the rank bar as far as I could push it. It was up there. I was the best sniper ever. I'm telling you, you couldn't touch me. Splatoon 1, you couldn't touch me. You couldn't sniff me. Peter Burton states, would you order fish or sausage from a chip shop? This might sound pretty funny for a lot of people, but like this question is actually really catered to me because I love sausage. I know this is gonna get taken out of context. Seriously, I don't know if it's because like my dad's side is like German and I have like this German part of me. Schmitz here in Ohio is so good. Just a big Polish sausage with sauerkraut, hot mustard. That stuff is so good. Sausage, anything, whether it's in pasta, whether it's just like on a grill, whether it's breakfast sausage, like any type of like Polish sausage, you know, breakfast sausage, any of that, like I am down. Like I will devour. Leo Gibson says, outside of Nintendo, what is your favorite game genre? 3D platformers, if I can find them, they're just so hard to find nowadays. It's always just first-person, third-person shooters. I like battle royales a lot. I think it's really fun to compete and try to be the last one standing, but a lot of those are kind of ending as well, and that kind of phase is seeming to drift away. But definitely probably one of those. We need more 3D platformers. What is your favorite Mario character, and where did you get inspiration for your channel name? No, like no joke, in every spinoff, no matter how many characters I get, I always pick Mario, unless the Hammer Bros are an option. I like Hammer Bro, like in Mario Party and stuff. I don't know why. Hammer Bro is like my favorite enemy. Hammer Bro, Bullet Bills, and Bloopers are my favorite. I don't know why. Hammer Bro is the only time I will switch off of Mario, but it's normally always Mario. No joke. Every time we play Mario Kart, it's Mario. Just strictly Mario. But once again, my channel name was inspired by Nintendo Land, the game that really got me inspired to play more, you know, Nintendo IPs. And I kind of just named myself after my first name, Landon, Nintendo Land. I was gonna do Nintendo Landon but I was like, nah, let's go Nintendo Land. Hayashi states, what is the best Pokemon in your opinion? I have no clue. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me to do Pokemon videos. I am not a Pokemon fan. In fact, the very first Pokemon game that I've ever played, and I actually beat it, or completed it 100%, completed the decks and all, was Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm sorry, Pokemon fans. I know you hated it, but I actually had a lot of fun with it. My friend finally got me to play a Pokemon game, and I don't know competitive, any of that stuff, but I can tell you my favorite Pokemon designs. I really like Hitmonchan. I think he's really cool because he reminds me a lot of Little Mac, which is one of my favorite Nintendo characters. Love that boy, Little Mac. This would take forever for me to really sit down and see which ones are my favorite because I just don't know. I really like the ice cream cone a lot because I love vanilla flavored everything. And it's like vanilla, so Vanillite, one of those, it's one of those. But I really like that one. It's a weird one, I know. Stonejourner was really cool. I really enjoyed him. I also really liked Dragapult. It was like a really cool like aircraft with his head and like he could shoot out the little dreepies. I thought that was pretty cool. Monkey Mango says, what do you main in Splatoon and what is your favorite kingdom in Mario Odyssey? So in Splatoon, I am the Splat Charger, or the Scoped Splat Charger to be very quaint. I love sniping in video games and I was so good in the Wii U Splatoon 1. I'm telling you, I could have took you. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be cocky on this one. I was that man. I was snapping. I was, flinging that gamepad around. I was hitting every single shot, man, going crazy. I mean, Nest Zapper is also my second favorite. That would be my secondary. That little pistol would be going crazy. But what is your favorite kingdom in Mario Odyssey? I feel like it has to be New Donk City. I know a lot of people are gonna say that, but New Donk City is just so good. Like, it's so good just running in and out of the buildings to different mini levels and running from the rooftops and just being able to run in a city in Mario is just really that cool. Like, as hyped as it was, it deserves that hype still today, I can say. It is one of the most hyped locations in Mario history, which reminds me, I really want to do like a location ranking, like what's the best locations and stuff, because it's so good. I also like the Luncheon Kingdom. That'd be a close one. Luncheon Kingdom was really cool with the like little polygonal food and stuff. I thought that one was really nice. But that's about it. I've read a lot of questions, and I'm sure you guys still have even more questions. I'm sorry that I couldn't answer them all. There's so much stuff you guys could ask. Maybe we'll do this again to get some more questions that I didn't previously answer. But thank you for tuning in. But let me give you guys some things to look forward to on this channel. So one thing that I've been working on for a long time, or at least thinking about for a long time, is merch. I just don't know if anyone's gonna buy it. That's the biggest thing. I haven't made, this is not an official announcement, but I guess just let me know. Would you actually purchase like a shirt or a sweatshirt? I don't know. I hate doing like giveaways and stuff just because I feel like there's only one person that's going to get something out of like the 250,000 people that subscribed. So like, I hate doing giveaways, but merch I might be interested in doing. What would you want it to look like? Would you want just like a channel logo? Kind of give me some ideas so that way I can really think about this and really make this a thing here soon. As far as channel updates, I'm still going to be doing the stuff that I normally do. I'm going to try to be even more unique though. Maybe even show my face some more, do some more funny videos. I like doing some humorous stuff. I try to fit in some towards the end of last year and beginning of this year. I don't want to overdo it. Just like a couple funny videos here and there would be great. There is another video coming for you guys, kind of in the planning phases. I'm excited about it because it's something that's very important to me. I kind of gave a hint at the beginning of this video, if you caught it, but but I guess I want to just say thank you. This seriously means so much to me. All jokes aside, this is the best thing that's ever happened for me when it comes to work. Outside of being married to the greatest woman of all time, my wife, this is the second greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I love this channel. I love you guys. And it's not possible without you guys. And I always have anxieties, that this isn't going to continue, that, I am going to get hit with that, you're going to fall off thing that people normally say. Once again, I think one thing that I want to get across is that a lot of people don't know who I am. And a lot of people think I'm just this guy that's out here to give false information and ruin people's days and clickbait and stuff. I'm not here to make enemies out of anybody. I'm not here to come at anybody and just to be this awfully mean YouTuber. I love everyone. I hate conflict. I hate anyone not liking me. It hurts because I just want to make everybody happy. And, you know, being a YouTuber is something that I had to realize that you can't make everybody happy. No matter how hard you try, you can't. There's always going to be people that are upset with you. There's always going to be people that hate you and send you even death threats over a Mario theory. At the end of the day, it has given me a tougher shell. And it's made me realize that there are mean people and cruel people out there, but there's also people out there that show so much love. And you guys show love even through some of the times where I was in a little bit of a low state. Those of you that know what I'm talking about, you guys have been in the community tab and just showing love and just throwing so much love my way. And it just makes me want to continue doing this even more. So I am definitely nowhere near done or satisfied. We are grinding and we are continuing on. There's so much to be excited about with Mario Wonder and more games coming at the end of this year and a brand new console potentially coming next year with a brand new 3D Mario game. We are getting into the thick of it and I cannot wait. I want to thank God in particular for getting me here. As a Christian, this is something that I prayed for my whole life. And God led me here. And I didn't think it would have been possible. And I can tell you right now, you know, I don't know if a lot of you guys are religious and, you guys, whatever you believe in is great. But I'm letting you guys know Jesus has been everything in my life and has given me so much success and love and cherished me to the very end. And it just feels like I have never even had a moment to really sit and just share with you guys just how much love God has poured on this channel and truly helped me in some of the most difficult times. There's times where I didn't think this was going to work out and God just proved to me that this is what I was meant to do. Cannot tell you how life-changing everything has been since I've really given more time thanking Him for this. This is obviously thanks to you guys and thanks to God Himself for allowing this to happen. So thank you so much for your love, for your support. I read all your comments. I see everything that you guys say. I see the ones that return to the videos and comment first and try to be the first to comment. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We're 1/4 of the way there to 1 million and I just can't wait to continue. Here's the 500,000, 750,000, eventually 1 million. But thank you to each and every single one of you guys that even watched this video all the way to the end. It means the world to me. You guys are phenomenal, and like always, I will see you all on the next one. See you guys.